Hey guys, it's Brian with PS4 Trophies, and I'm showing you all of the collectibles in Mission 2 on Sniper Elite 3. Now the first one is going to be off this officer here. This is the first little camp you come up to, and you have to do this as part of the story, but once you kill him, you need to loot his body, and he's going to have the first of 11 War Diaries in this mission. So we're going to pick that up. And you can see the location here on the map. It's at the very bottom, right at the very beginning. So we're going to go from this location, pick up the med kit, and we're going to go right to the next one, leave here. I've already taken out all of the, I hope so at least, taken out all the enemies in this area. Suppose we'll find out real quick if I hadn't. But travel down the road, head towards the next objective, and you're going to come up to these series of tents, and you're looking on the right here. It's going to be in the second one on the right, and it'll be right in here, and there's going to be another one just opposite of this tent. So I'm going to show you here on the map, kind of right at the bend. So War Diary number 3 is going to be just across the way over here, again inside another tent, right next to this this body. So now that we have that, we're going to go to the first of 3 sniper nest locations. So when you leave here, looks like we have a guard patrolling over there. So just cut that a little bit, but just to the back end of that truck, near where the soldier is standing currently, there's a path that we can go up. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, take him out. And then we're going to follow this path up and around, and it's going to lead you to a sniper's nest. Now there's also an optional objective up here. Once you get up here, assume your position in the sniper's nest, of course. And then you're going to have to snipe the officer from this nest. So I'm going to do this real quick, hit the generator there to mask our sound when we shoot. So that's the first sniper's nest location. And since you're here, go ahead and shoot the officer. He's in the tent across the way. Now I show you this whole thing because the next War Diary is going to be off the body of that officer. So we're going to shoot him, and then we're going to make our way all the way over to that location. Now it's also, in addition to providing the next War Diary, it's also going to be near the location of one of the wells in this chapter. So I'm going to just show you here real quick. We're going to loot this War Diary first. But there's a trophy for throwing a body in each of the 4 wells. You can see the location here on the map. So I'm just going to do this here real quick. Not necessarily collectible, but since it is tied to a trophy and there's 4 of them, I'm going to treat it as such. So go ahead and pick up the body and throw it into this well over here. It doesn't have to be this guy, it could be any body, but just throw a body in each of the 4 wells. So moving on, from that area, you're going to travel over here, come down this road, and the first building on the right, and just as you enter on the right side, is going to be the 5th War Diary. Now it just so happens there is another well nearby, and it is actually located right behind me, and you can see it over here, and there's should be a pathing guard somewhere in this area. So once you killed him, bring him over to the well and drop him in, and that'll be the second of 4 wells. Alright, but moving on, we're looking at War Diary number 6. So from this location, just continue down the road. It'll be on the right side, inside one of these tents. Now the first and only collectible cards in this mission is going to be across the street. So turn back around and just head across the street. It also happens to be right next to another well. So we're going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. So you're going to go in here, pick up the cards. Now there's a bunch of enemies in this area, so after you kill them all, take one of their bodies and throw it in this well. And then after you've thrown them in the well, we're going to go up the stairs just to the left here. And this is going to lead us to the second of 3 sniper nests. Now there's also a long shot at that location, and on the way there's an optional objective to disable the spotlight. So when you're running back here, you're going to see the spotlight. Just shoot it. I would probably recommend your silenced pistol would do a pretty good trick there. So we're going to go ahead and continue up to that sniper's nest, and there's going to also be a long shot. Now the long shot is kind of tricky if you don't have a really good upgraded sniper scope. I did not, so it can definitely be done. But here's the nest. So go ahead and assume the position. And then you want to use the binoculars just so you can locate, and then you want to tag the enemy. Now it's way back here. It's really hard to see. But tag the enemy just so you know what you're aiming at, and then take out your sniper rifle. And honestly, I had to restart the checkpoint here about 2 or 3 times, so you may not get this the first chance. So again, if you fail, just restart the last save. So that's it. That's sniper's nest number 2 and the corresponding long shot from that nest. Now the next war diary is going to be in the top left corner of the map. So I'm going to go from the sniper's nest here. I'm going to attempt to jump over here, but fall. There's a fail. But anyway, you come over here, and you see this big wooden crate thing. Around here is another officer. This is part of the story as well.
I'm low on ammunition.
So I'm going to just kind of cut forward a little bit. I've eliminated the nearby enemies, with the exception of this officer, who seems to be eluding my bullets. Or I just suck at aiming. You take your pick. But anyway, just go ahead and loot his body. And after you search it, we're going to go to War Diary number 8, which is in the next tent, just to my left. So I'm going to go around the backside here just to make sure no enemies see me. There's also an optional objective up that hill just in front of me, and I'll show you that in just a second. But going into this tent, the War Diary is going to be inside just to the right. And here's the location on the map as well. Very top. Alright, as I mentioned, there was a optional objective. It's to destroy the motor pool. Start that generator right here, and then you want to shoot the vehicles. I'm not going to show you all of them. They're located on the map, and you can see the icon. So you're going to destroy the 5 objects in the motor pool. Now the next one is going to be next near another officer, which you got to loot his body. It's kind of in the center area of the map. So we're just going to sneak up here. There's a couple ways you can enter this area from. Doesn't matter which way you go. And he's going to be near this fire. If you can't find it again, just look on the map. It is marked. So after you've taken him out, just like you've done in the other one, search and loot the body, and you'll get the 9th War Diary. Now there just so happens to be another well somewhat nearby. This is in the top right corner of the map. And behind this truck is going to be the well. So now we're going to move on towards the end of the mission. And you got that big structure on the back where the final officer is going to be at. Well, there's going to be a War Diary, so I'm just going to take the left path and sneak around everybody. And it'll be right here. There's an enemy there who's going to spot me, but right here by that fire is the 10th War Diary. Then the final nest, the 3rd nest, is going to be very close by. The enemy magically disappeared through the power of video editing. But the final sniper nest will be up here along the side of the final building you need to go to. It looks like there's a couple guys over here. Alright, so climb up here, and this is where the nest is located.
Cos'è stato?
Now you don't have to shoot anybody, you just have to assume the position. And the final War Diary is going to be looted right off the officer. So go ahead and climb up into this building. You can kill him, knife him, however you want to take care of him. Either way, just go down and loot his body, and that'll be all of the collectibles in the second mission. So I want to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If it helped you out, hit the like button. Subscribe, and we'll see you in the third mission.